Hello guys, this is your EurovisionnaryVoice calling. Tonight I'm going to show you my honest reaction to the results of the second semi-final. So a live reaction to the qualifiers reveal. I'm a bit moved after that performance of those contestants who didn't participate in the Eurovision Song Contest because of the COVID pandemic. Okay, I'm so excited. What about you? I hope you are as well. Who will secure a place in the final? We'll see. I've got my top 10. I verified the top 10 according to the bookmakers and we'll compare it. And yeah, it is what is just being announced, that there will be presented those three countries and only one will qualify at a given moment. Okay, so who do we have? Luxembourg, Australia, Lithuania. Okay. Australia was in my top 10. Lithuania. Congratulations on qualifying, Lithuania. Actually, it was just outside my top 10, but congratulations once again. It was a good song when I was listening to that, yes, now live. Yeah. Who do we have here? Israel, Czechia and Montenegro. Who's the second qualifier? Israel qualifies for the final. Congrats! It was in my top 10 and bookmakers placed it in top 10 as well. New Day will rise. Okay. Who's the next country to go through to the final? Armenia, Serbia and Malta. Actually, all those three countries were in my top 10. Armenia, Graz. Armenia goes through to the final. Yeah, it was in my top 10. Actually, it was my number 4. Very strong performance. I love this song. Great. Denmark, Ireland, Latvia. Actually, Denmark was my number 1. Actually, I was a bit disappointed with the staging. Denmark! Great, well done! Denmark makes it to the final. It was my number 1 actually. And bookmakers placed Denmark in the 13th position, and that's why they are so happy. We might say that it's a kind of a kicker for some. Okay, I'm so happy that Denmark made it to the final. Now we've got Malta, Austria, Greece. Those three were in my top 10. Austria secures a place in the final. Good job. Actually, they were first according to bookmakers. It was my number 2. Congratulations. I had some doubts as for the staging, especially the first part, but then it got better. Now we've got Ireland, Serbia and Luxembourg. Who is number 6? Luxembourg advances to the final. Bravo. For me, that's a turn up for the books. It was outside my top 10, but yes, I know that it was predicted to go to the final, go through to the final, but it's not my favorite song. I'm sorry. Or maybe I shouldn't say I'm sorry. It was my number 14 actually. I'm very hot as well, I'd say. Their hands are sweating, mine too. Finland, Czechia and Georgia. Okay. So actually, who qualifies for the final now? Finland. Let's have a big hand for Finland. Ich komme. No surprise, it was number 2 according to bookmakers. It was my number 5. I like it. A lot of energy and this German language as well. We all know what I'm talking about. Latvia, Australia, Greece. Maybe this time Australia will go through to the final. Number 8. Latvia. That's a zinger. Let's have a big hand for Latvia. They seem to be surprised, yes. They were placed outside top 10 by bookmakers and it was my number 14. Okay, but yeah, vocally, especially vocally, they were very good. Malta, Montenegro and Georgia. The penultimate country that makes it to the final is Malta. Okay, nice one. It was my number 3. According to bookmakers, it was number 4. I'd say no surprise, but there were some doubts I could see on their faces. Okay. So, who's next? And actually the last one. Australia, Montenegro, Ireland, Greece, Georgia, Czechia and Serbia are waiting. Will it be Australia, Greece, Ireland, maybe Serbia? Czechia was predicted to be in top 10. Not by me, but by bookmakers. Yeah, Australia. It was my number actually 6. Montenegro. It was my number 16. Ireland. It was in top 10. My top 10. It was number 10 actually. Greece. It was my number 9. Georgia. It was number 13. But I have to admit that this performance was very good. I like it. Czechia was just outside my top 10. It was number 11. Serbia was my number 7. However, I have to admit that I was a bit disappointed with this performance. It lacked a little bit of energy. I preferred the one from national finals, but all the best. Okay, I'm getting even more excited. Waiting for this last country to see. Greece secures a place in the final. Good call, applause. Okay, so now we know all these countries. Okay guys, so we've got Lithuania, Israel, Armenia, Denmark, Austria, Luxembourg, Finland, Latvia, Malta and Greece. Of course, if I'm talking that I had a country in my top 10, it was not about predicting, because I want to be clear here. It was about my preferences. And about what I liked. And actually Lithuania, yeah, it was my number 12. Israel, it was my number 8. Armenia, number 4. Denmark, number 1, as I said. Austria, number 2. Luxembourg, number 15. Finland was my number 5. Latvia was my number 14. Malta was my number 3. And Greece was my number 9. What can I say about all of these songs? So, as I've mentioned, Austria I was a bit disappointed, especially with the very beginning of the song. I had an impression that the artist was a bit, I don't want to say lost, but maybe it was stress, I don't know. But then everything went well and the staging was much better. In the second part, Finland, okay, very similar to the national final. Israel, yes, I didn't see the performance live actually, it was the first time I saw it, so vocally it was good, and what happened on stage was intriguing as well. Malta, okay, those yoga balls, I should call them balls. Yes, they appeared only at the very end of the whole performance, but I was waiting for them. I believe I was a bit more into the whole performance when I watched the national final, but it was good. Australia, I was a bit surprised with the staging. However, when I saw the video clip, I could have expected something like that, but I like that. I believe that Australia deserved a spot in the final, but we'll see on Saturday, actually maybe on it will be on Sunday, which of the places Australia got in the end. Luxembourg, it was not my favorite. Actually, I'm not a great fan of that song, but congratulations, I understand. Greece, I like the song. I have some doubts as for the staging. It was not convincing to me, but still in top 10. Lithuania, as I said, good song. Actually, when I was watching that live here, maybe it grew on me a little bit. It's so moving and I'd say full of pain. And the colors were similar to the ones that are behind me. Czechia, it was not my my favorite song. It was my number 11, so just outside top 10. I'm not a great fan of this song after even this semi-final. However, I like the dance break. The dance break was very, very nice. Then we've got Armenia. It was my number 4. I really like this song. Maybe I should even say that I love this song. And yeah, strong, and I like this chorus and stanzas as well, I think. Great, congratulations. Latvia, as I said, vocally they were very good. It was my number 14, but yeah, it was intriguing, and the staging was not bad either. So I'm not that surprised that they made it to the final. However, it was my number 12. Serbia, as I said, I was a bit disappointed. To be honest, I put Serbia in my top 10 as number 7. However, after watching this, having watched that live performance, I'm not sure if I would put Serbia again in top 10. Denmark, it was my number 1, but I have to admit that I was, as I said before, a bit disappointed with the staging and the costumes, to be honest. And I was impressed after the national finals when I saw that. Actually, when I was preparing my video reaction video, because it was the first time I heard it and I saw it, and yeah, I have some doubts, but I still love the song. I love it. Ireland, actually, I had a lot of doubts as for that song, the theme, the vocals, the performance, staging. It was my number 10 before the show, but I'm not sure if I would put Ireland in my top 10 again after the semi-final. Georgia, as I said before, it was a kind of a even surprise kicker for me. Because I like that. The vocals, as I said before, very good, and the staging was not bad either. However, the composition itself could have been maybe better. And Montenegro, I was, let's say, surprised in a positive way. This melody maybe grew on me a little bit. I have some doubts as for staging. Still, I wouldn't put Montenegro in my top 10, but maybe it wouldn't be 16. Okay, guys, so thank you very much for watching my video. I'm waiting, I suppose we are waiting for Saturday for the grand final, and we'll see who will win. Whether it will be a country from the second semi-final, maybe from the first semi-final, maybe it will be the Big Five, a member of the Big Five, or maybe the host country. What do you think, guys, about that? So let me know in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed my video, then please like it and remember to subscribe to my channel. As I always say, like it, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks ever so much. Thank you for watching my video. I'll be back soon. Bye, guys.